The knife entered his body with enough force to drop him instantly. Blood spread across his clothes as people rushed toward him, convinced they had just witnessed the end. But they hadn't. He survived. And after recovering, something changed around him. Before the attack, many people saw him as a controversial advisor. After it, the stories surrounding him became darker. He no longer seemed difficult to remove. He seemed impossible to remove. More accusations spread, more rumors circulated through the empire. Some were true, others were exaggerated beyond recognition. But by then, truth mattered less than fear. Eventually, opposition inside the aristocracy reached its limit. Men with influence, men with access to power, men who believed removing Rasputin was no longer a choice. It had become necessary.
But inside a protected royal circle, direct force carried risks, so the strategy changed. Not public pressure, not political isolation. Precision. A private invitation was arranged. No official record, no witnesses, no interference. And Rasputin accepted. The atmosphere inside was calm enough to feel believable. Food prepared carefully, wine poured generously, conversations moving as though nothing unusual had been planned. But nearly everything in the room had been prepared for one purpose. The first attempt was poison. Cyanide had been placed into cakes and mixed into several glasses of wine. The expectation was simple: quiet death, no struggle, no chaos. Rasputin began eating. The men watching him waited carefully at first, confident, patient. He finished the cakes, then drank the wine. Still, nothing happened.
Minutes passed. Conversation became strained. Eyes shifted around the room. Nobody spoke openly about what they were beginning to realize. The poison was not working. Rasputin remained seated calmly, showing no visible sign of collapse. At one point, he even appeared relaxed enough to continue the evening normally. And silence inside a failed plan is never comforting. It is terrifying.
Panic began replacing control. The strategy collapsed first, then the restraint collapsed with it. Gunfire erupted. A bullet struck him, dropping his body to the floor. For a moment, everyone believed it was finally over. Then he moved. Accounts differ on exactly what happened next, but nearly all of them agree on one detail. Rasputin was still alive. In the confusion that followed, more violence erupted. Beatings, more gunshots, a desperate struggle inside a confined space as men tried to finish what poison had failed to do. And still, he attempted to escape. Eventually, another shot struck him directly in the forehead. This time, his body collapsed completely. The struggle ended. But even afterward, certainty never fully settled over the room. What remains consistent across historical accounts is only this: the killing did not happen cleanly.
The body was eventually removed and later discovered beneath frozen water, bruised, broken, marked by gunshot wounds and severe trauma. An examination confirmed the violence, but no reliable evidence ever proved the poison had worked as intended. By then, though, the details no longer mattered, because the story had already become larger than the man himself. His name was Grigori Rasputin, and even after his death, Russia did not stabilize, because the empire itself had already begun collapsing under forces far larger than any one individual could control.
Soon after, the Romanov Dynasty fell completely.